Back with part 6 of What is Life All About.
Six.
Yes, we're here. I am Sananda Edwards, and I'm here with,
Brandon Wiley.
and we're here to, as always, kind of discuss things, our thoughts, bring you in on a discussion of so many different topics that consume us and kind of put us in the right frame of mind. For today, though, we're talking love.
Love.
We're talking love. We're talking love. And I think for me, I know that love is layered. I know that love is kind. I know that love is perspective. I know that love is so many different things.
It's forgiving.
It's forgiving. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I think for me, one of the things I think about when I think about love is how it covers everybody. When you're talking about family, you're talking about extended family, like friends. You're talking about all those things, right? But I also, again, for me, it makes me think about love of self
Okay.
and how love of self allows you to cover all those other things. It allows you to cover your family, make sure your family is good. It allows you to cover your friends to make sure your friends are good. It allows you to make inroads into the community to make sure they're good.
Right.
But it's you foundationally. It starts with you.
Starts with you.
Right.
And you know, as we've been through this whole series and we've been covering different topics, whether it be joy, whether it be family, whether it be forgiveness, I think we're here at love because love kind of is the thread that weaves them all together.
That's it.
You know,
good.
love is powerful, and to do those things and that, to really know what life is about, you have to understand and take the chance on love.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
whether it's looking at yourself first, as you just said, or whether you're looking at the things that surround you, you know, that you come in contact with every day.
Right.
You got to love your work. You got to love your family. You have to love the things that you do on a daily basis in order to do them.
Absolutely.
You know, you wouldn't put the same value into those things if you didn't love them.
How about it?
You know?
Yeah.
So I just, you know, whether or not it's intrinsic, extrinsic, whether it's not a trait or a gift, I think love is just all the way through it.
It is.
You know?
It's that common thread, like you said, and it's foundational. It's foundational, right? I think about our kids and how I remember. I remember we were having Friendsgiving one year,
Okay.
and the kids down in the basement doing what they do. We upstairs, kind of preparing the food, getting things ready. And I remember hearing them having a conversation. I was about to go downstairs and check on them, and I remember hearing them have a conversation, and they were just kind of like, "So wait a minute, how is it that we're related?" Like, you know what I mean? Because in their minds, these are my cousins.
Right.
That's my uncle and aunts.
Right.
The whole nine. But again, the foundation was it's love. It's
love.
And they trying to figure it out, but it's like, nah, through the years, the foundation, that common thread
Common thread.
was love. And we're gonna start there.
Right.
Like the experience or the explanation of the connection wasn't necessary. It was for them, it was something to talk about, right?
And for them at their age, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but as they start to deal with the external factors, they're going to school and say, hey, well, you have to have the same mother, or you have to have a father and mother in common in order to be a cousin or a brother or a sister. So this doesn't make sense. But for them, it didn't have to. It didn't have to make sense.
It was love.
It was love. Their foundation was already set. We started off from day one, from changing diapers
Yes.
to pushing around strollers,
Come on.
to doing whatever we were doing.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was the foundation and the base of what we were doing for each and every one of those kids in that basement.
Absolutely.
Because you know what? We got love for each other.
Gotta have it. Necessary.
You know,
That's where it starts.
and that's powerful.
Yeah.
You know, people sit around and look at us and be like, hey, why, you know, you guys always, yeah, that's my brother. That's
my brother.
But that's really my brother.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And some of us in our group, they have brothers and sisters fraternal, and I do, and
Absolutely.
so forth. But these guys, their wives,
Yes.
their aunts, uncles.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. And like you said, I appreciate what it is that we have the opportunity to continue building. But again, it starts from that foundation of us in high school. At what I call the best high school in the world.
In the world.
Baltimore City College High School.
Baltimore City College High School.
Gotta give us props.
Class of 1997.
All day. But I just feel like starting there, us getting to know each other, you knowing Michael a little longer than that, which is cool. but us getting an opportunity to know each other, getting an opportunity to set the foundation of what friendship should look like, us figuring out the conversations that we need to have as teenagers, and now as adults we're able to have those same conversations. But the goal is to try to impart love into our children, right?
Right.
But also, and I think this is profound, man, which is why I love the fact that we have this bond, and we have this friendship, and we have this family, this familial feel. We also get to extend those efforts to the community. We get to extend those efforts to others. And I don't take that lightly. I know we don't take that lightly. We talk about it all the time. You know what I mean? Even in our while we having fun and things like that, like we always kind of throwing in, what can we do for others?
Right.
It's always that feel, but it comes from a genuine love for others.
And you gotta really take it back to like us growing up, and Mr. Wiley always saying that, hey, we have to do things. And come Christmas time, he put us all in the car and be like, hey, we going to the store, we buying all these toys to give it to everybody in West Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
Whether or not we were, whatever we were doing and whatever he was doing, he was always including us.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, we got to set up this table up at the pool
sir.
for community service. And then we'll show up, but he ain't gonna be there.
There you go.
You know why? Because he's building a foundation.
Absolutely.
And that clear foundation of community and community development and community engagement was set. And so as we grow our love for community as well.
Yeah.
And we grow that for the things that we do for our community. And it's bigger than Christmas gifts. It's bigger than Thanksgiving baskets.
Absolutely.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Because we're continuously growing and enlarging our platform so we can get a larger extension into what we do.
That's it.
For the love of Baltimore City, for the love of our community, and so it's just beautiful how love transitions into different aspects of how we live.
That's it. And another thing that makes me think about, especially when you mention Pop, and the way he kind of made us look out for each other.
Yes.
Consistently, right? Even in somebody's absence. You know what I mean? So if you're talking about going down to party at Hammer Jack's back in the day, right? And Mike Miller not being there because he had to study for SATs or whatever it is, right? But we get into a little trouble. We ain't got to go into the whole story.
We'll do a whole story another time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we get there, and he calls Mike to come down and sit with us. And Mike's like, I wasn't even there. What am I getting called for?
Why are you calling me?
What are you calling me for? He explained. He said, listen, it doesn't matter whether you're there or not. You all are responsible for each other. Y'all say y'all love each other. Now, these are the times that you got to show it. It's not just in each other's presence. It's when you're not there either. Absolutely. So if you're responsible for one another, if you all love one another, then here are the consequences that you all are going to share.
And I, when you say that, we just looked at it as like, hey, this is another time we got in trouble,
right?
And we sitting here with Mr. Wiley and his cigarette in his ashtray, and bring me my cigarette, boy, get my, and we knew what kind of lane we was in. But I think it was more or less that he was preparing us not to be together, but to be apart. Because he knew that we were going to go to different colleges. He knew that we were going to go to different places. Sure. But situations are going to happen when we're by ourselves. And no matter where we are, no matter what we were doing, we pick up a phone and we dial in and we check in because we know that if something happens to me here, I know I got my brothers that's going to be responsible. They're going to have my back. Right. They're going to look out for me. If they need to drive from Baltimore to Shenandoah over a beef jerky, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do it. It doesn't matter. And that's what we do. Yeah. And I think I never really got the concept of why Michael had to come, but Michael had to come because we had to learn how to be responsible for each other when we're not there.
Even in the absence. And for me, that's why when we talk about love, and I always mention community with it because that's the goal. We always talk about how Baltimore has this stigma of violence, stigma of hate, stigma of just not being a positive place. Like, yeah, you have the name Charm City, but people will take that C off quick and call it Harm City often, right?
Is it really a place of comfort?
Is it really a place of comfort? And I think that should be the goal generally, to figure out ways, again, to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, but figuring out ways to take care of the others who are around you. Figuring out, again, those inroads into families, into a community, into the whole nine. Even with, quite honestly, thinking about the different organizations and businesses that we're a part of. Like, I don't think people always understand that the families that you and Pop and Ashley are leading and affecting and impacting, that's love. You see what I mean?
Right.
And I know the stresses and the different obstacles that you all have to overcome, but if we're able to do it as a family, if we're able to do it in love, then it makes things at least somewhat better.
Right.
And that allows us to, again, not just take care of our families, but take care of all the people who we are connected to. Past, present, and future.
And future. Yeah.
Love as the thread.
Love is again the thread. No matter how you place it, whether you put it in the office, whether whatever we're building is built through love. And then you have to insert, like I said, you have to insert those other traits into that. You got to put your family in there, and then through work and the love of work, you build friendships. And then the people that are working there, you bless them in the right way, and all of a sudden they got joy. So it's like, wow, it's really connecting. And and sometimes family makes mistakes, and you gotta be able to forgive them.
That's it. That's love.
That's love.
Forgiveness is love.
And that's why when we work in our atmosphere, in our workplace, what we try to do is we try to create a family atmosphere. We try to create an atmosphere where everyone can love each other, and we can stay connected.
Absolutely.
And that's the goal. Because if you can love and create within your office place, then it trickles over to your home.
Absolutely.
And
then it trickles to yourself.
Then it trickles to yourself. Because when you understand love, you can love better.
That's it.
And
that's the goal.
We all come from different types of households. And so we got another chance. We got our children.
Yes.
So, we can love our children differently.
Yeah.
Like, I miss my dad the first part of my life. And I remember one time he picked me up in front of my grandmother's house, and I was going to Roland Park at that time. And we went to Roland Park for that first year. He picked me up in the van, and he kissed me when I was getting out. And I was like, this man just kissed me. Like, yo, I don't understand this. Like, he kissed me.
Right.
And I was like, dang. And it wasn't until me and Beckham got together. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to kiss my son.
Yes, my son. Yes.
That's my boy.
Yes.
That's what that meant. I never had it. It wasn't like I remember I got my dad when I was 12, 11.
Right.
It wasn't too much kissing then,
Yeah.
But at 4, 3, 2, 8, I could say our prayers.
Yeah.
I kiss him on the forehead. I mean, kiss him on the top of his head. He kissed me on the top of my head. He said, I love you, Daddy.
Wow. Come on.
So we get the opportunity to love better. And to understand why we share that thing called love.
Absolutely.
Because it's natural at that level.
That's good.
Especially in the home.
Absolutely. And really what I'm getting, I love, first of all, love better. That is beautiful. Love better. And what I get from what you just said, and it's the goal of this, of the things that we're a part of and the things that we do, generational love is what I get from it. And what that then leads me to is legacy, a legacy of love. And that's what this is about. It's about a legacy of love. Loving better.
Loving better.
To that legacy of love.
Legacy of love.
Man, brother,
wow.
I love you.
That's deep. I love you too, baby. And you can't be afraid to say I love you.
Gotta say it.
You gotta say
it.
It's necessary.
It's necessary. Wow.
See your homeboy, yo, I love you, babe. You know what I mean?
I love you.
Because you really mean it.
Come on. Necessary. I love it.
It's necessary.
Man, another episode of What is Life All About? Thank you for joining us. Again, I am Sananda Edwards, and this is
Brandon Wiley.
Listen, keep loving, keep pushing the legacy, keep doing what we do, keep doing what you do, and we'll see y'all soon. Love y'all.
Love better.
Peace.